Hi guys, it's Ray here from City Fan TV. How are you all doing today, guys? Hope you're well. If you're a Man City women's team fan, you might not be feeling on top of the world. So what we're going to talk about, another news update for you guys. We're going to talk about Stan Horne. You might not have heard of him. We are going to talk about Tai Sodje. We're going to talk about, very briefly, Chelsea 3, Man City 1 women's game. We'll talk about Aguero to Inter. See if there's any news in that. Well, obviously, we're going to talk about the big picture rubbish. And some of the proposals. Hi, Faris. Hope you're well, buddy. Hope you're very well. So let's get through some, as people join, let's get through some business nice and early. Let's just see if I can put it out. It's on Twitter. See if anybody wants to come and join us. Just going to stick it out on one more platform. Just give me a second. I'll start off. I want to. Again, Man City women's team got well and truly stuffed by Chelsea today by 3-1. They're in the game, really. We had some brief moments, some fleeting moments. But if truth be told, Chelsea were well worth their victory. And to be honest, guys, I've said it a few times, if they scored 6, we couldn't have argued. You know, they deserved it. So the thing was, the performance was so disappointing. That's the thing that got us. The performance was just so disappointing. We expected better. I thought we were getting better. I thought we'd started a bit shakily this season, but I thought we were getting better. It's just our dishwasher guy. Sorry, it's just finishing. So I'm really disappointed. Let's just change something. I'm really disappointed, as I said, with that performance. As I said, I thought we were improving. The last 2 games against Arsenal, really top side Arsenal. So it's, we beat them in the FA Cup recently. Okay, they maybe not had the full team out, but and the second half they were. Let's be clear, they were all over us the second half, and we were hanging on. I'm surprised we hung on, but we hung on to win that game, that FA Cup semi-final. Then we had the game against Everton in the Conti Cup. Everton, league leaders, they hadn't lost a game all season. And we beat them. We come from behind and we beat them. But we were awesome for a bit, and then a bit wobbly, and then we were still a pretty decent performance. And as I said, Everton were top of the table. Having said that, they did make a few changes, but we did the business against Everton as well. So you cannot take that away from us, guys. But today's performance was extremely, as I said, disappointing. Chelsea, don't take that away from them. They were very, very good. They were red hot. The way they put us to the sword, guys, the way they overran us, the pressure, the physicality, the intensity, the chances they created. I mean, there was a period in the second half, in a 6-minute or 5-minute period, they had 4 very good chances in 5 minutes, 4 chances. And then a minute later, they went and scored. So if you're creating a very good chance every minute, 5 very good chances in 5 or 6 minutes, it's ridiculous, guys. So, and then, they had a few in the first half and some more in the second half. So look, we got beat by 3. They could have, as I said, they could have had 6 or 7, and we'd have had to take it on the chin. So that's the women's game. Faris, I'll answer your question since you're good enough to be with us tonight. Why do a lot of people think that Arteta was behind City's success? Let's try and think what happened. So the first season, Pep and Arteta, it could only get better. Now, you could argue that first season, Arteta was bedding in. It's not just Pep bedding in, Arteta was bedding in. And you could argue that it took Arteta a little bit of time to get his ideas across, get his own philosophy, and how he could impact on Pep and impact his ideas on Pep. Okay, then next 2 seasons, bang, bang, wow. Last season, Arteta leaves partway through the season, and we wouldn't say we collapsed, but we had some poor games at the end. You know, that lost to Wolves, that lost to Southampton, lost to Chelsea. There's 3. I don't know how many games we lost once Arteta left, but there's 3 big ones straight away. We lost the FA Cup semi-final. We lost the game to Lyon. There's 5 games from. Is that from 4 of them are from the restart? So, you know, in the space of a dozen games, about 14 or 15 games, we'd lost 4 games. So, and then Arsenal have improved. You know, talking to people, I will just say this up front. Talking to Lee Judges, sadly, I want to pass on the channel's condolences and my condolences to Lee. His father has passed away, I believe. I'm not sure whether it was today or yesterday, but his father's passed away. So passing my condolences to him. Talking to Lee Judges, he said Arsenal are playing with 10 of the same 11 players. You know, at the start of this season, there's only Gabriel was a change. Getting better results, getting better performances. The performances have made a difference, and you know they believe. A lot of Arsenal fans are believing now that Arteta is turning them around, and he's improving people. He's improving people. You know, the same players that got busted by City 3-0 at the restart. Those same players beat us in the FA Cup semi-final quite comfortably, really. So Arteta's getting a tune out of players that weren't forming under Emery or Ljungberg. Okay, so that's why I think people are putting everything together and saying that's impact. Mark, I think that the big picture, I think we're going to do that one at the end. I think that's going to be the last topic of the night. Let's get on to some of the topics. As long as my computer doesn't freeze, it's having a tough time. My computer, it's not dying, but it needs a good old clean up. Okay. Some brief stuff. Ex-Man City player Stan Horne may become the first black player to win a First Division medal. Now, Stan Horne played for City when we won the Second Division title in 1967. But when we won the league, he didn't play too many games, didn't get many minutes because mainly due to an injury, an Achilles injury. Now, 52 years later, it looks like he's going to be awarded a championship medal. Now, apparently, according to the Mirror, City had to approach the Football League asking for recognition for 4 members of Joe Mercer's squad who did not play enough games to be granted one of the game's most coveted prizes when they won the Old First Division in 1968. Now, Horne played 5 times as City won the title from the rivals United on the final day of the season. But you don't automatically get a medal. Now, Harry Dowd, Paul Hintz, and Bobby Kennedy also missed out. Now, City trying to get that sorted out because the Football League have changed the rules. The Premier League say 5 games. Football League, I think, used to be 6. And now it's down to 5 games. So they say, well, why can't you give some medals to the older players as well? Now, Horne is still knocking about, 75 years old. He said, apart from playing for your country, winning a first division title medal is as good as it gets. I've always taken great pride from being part of the City squad that won the championship. But when you haven't got a medal to show for it, then it feels like other people don't have the same opinion of you. City fans still talk about Colin Bell, Francis Lee, Mike Summerby, Neil Young and Mike Doyle, truly great players. I'm not sure too many of them remember I was part of that team as well, but it's nice to know the club haven't forgotten. To hear City are working on behalf of me and the other players who missed out on a medal is great. If I'm given a medal, even after all these years, I will absolutely treasure it. So apparently Horne was the first black player to play for City. So he was with Mercer at Villa. He came to City. So yeah, interesting stuff. Interesting stuff there, guys. If you want to read more, you can go and check out a little bit more. I'm going to talk briefly about Tai Sodje. He's a kid, and on the City website, they're talking about as one to watch. Okay, he's 17 years old. He's been at City now for 5 years, since he was 12, I believe. Now he's a centre forward. According to the City website, he marries vision, craft, guile, and potent finishing power to great effect. Now, he is a prolific goal scorer, but this is also versatile, and he can work on the right or the left side. He played for the under-18s in February this year, and let's have a look. So he's made a really good start to this season. He's got a hat-trick in the 3-1 win at Liverpool. Go and have a look at that. Those goals, guys, they will be available somewhere on the YouTube or on the club's website. And he's already a key part of the squad. Now, there's a lot of other stuff if you want to look at that about Tai Sodje on the official website. Some of the questions and answer session. So go and check that out if you want. Go through some other topics. Eric Garcia. Now, I'm going to read this, guys. Okay, I'll tell you what this story says, and I read some of it already. Now, decided to keep Eric Garcia for the season because he was worth more to them than Barcelona's £18 million offer. Now, this is what Manchester Evening News say. City turned down the offer on the deadline day, even though it was just 2 million short of their bottom line. City wanted 20 million quid. I thought it was 20 million euros anyway, 20 million quid. And despite the fact Garcia can leave for nothing next summer. Okay, he's turned down a new contract. Now, City's football operations officer, Omar Barada, where he's a chief operating officer, has discussed the reasoning behind a move which brought some criticism from City fans, but which angered many more Barca fans who could not believe the club could not find the extra 2 million. Okay, now they say Barada is a key figure in City's transfer strategy. I don't know. Keeping control of the budget and ensuring that the club's moves stay within their overall plans. And he said the Blues had worked out the value of Garcia for the coming season, given that he's a player who it was known would not be in any trouble despite seeing his dream move disappear. Barada said, Eric has developed into an important player for us and played some important games, especially in the last few months. Semi-finals of the FA Cup, quarter-finals of the Champions League. He's become a top young centre-back who Pep trusts, and we feel that keeping him this season was worth more than what we were offered for him. We believe that he can add depth to the squad and can be important in important games. This is a season that is going to be very difficult for the players physically and mentally. It's very congested. There will be a lot of pressure to play many games, both in terms of club competitions, but also the international games that they have to play. So it's all very concentrated and congested. There is a high risk of injuries. There are risks of quarantine due to COVID. So we've taken all that into account and taken the decision that we want him to stay. It is important to have more depth in the squad, especially in that position where we've had some unfortunate injuries over the last few years. Now, Brad, actually, I didn't know this because I've not looked into his background. He spent 8 years in executive roles at Barcelona. Okay. So I guess he was with Chiqui and Ferran. He says, I can't comment on the club's decisions and business. we had a conversation with Barcelona about Eric Garcia. We were very clear from the outset of what we felt his valuation was, and they weren't able or willing to meet it. So our decision was to keep him. We think it will be important for us this season. Right, let's have a look what you guys blabbering on about. Hi, Jason. I don't like the Premier League shake-up. Yeah, I don't like it. Matt Cashman, he got the 3-1 bit right. It could have been 6-1. It could have been 6-1. There's not a lot of people on tonight. I don't know what it is on a Sunday night. Maybe it's the international stuff because it's been very quiet this weekend. So what do I think? It just does not ring true. It doesn't ring true. It doesn't. Okay? What Omar Barada is saying. Are we saying that City wanted 20 million, Barcelona offered 18, and we turned it down because we need him because of COVID, because of congested season, we need the extra bodies? Is that what Omar Barada is saying? We decided to keep him. But what if Barcelona had offered the full 20? Would we have sold him? I don't get this. It doesn't ring true. Okay? It doesn't ring true to me. For the sake of 2 million quid, we didn't sell him. For the sake of 2 million quid, we didn't sell Eric Garcia. We kept, but that wasn't the reason. It wasn't the 2 million. It was because we wanted him, because with injuries and all that, we don't, we couldn't cut. We couldn't potentially cut. I think that's an absolute load of rubbish. Same with John Stones. John Stones apparently was the guy who turned the Tottenham deal down. And that Tottenham deal was on loan for a season, 20 million at the end of the season if they want to keep him. From what we read, John Stones was the guy who turned that down. Now, the journalists from the Manchester Evening News and from The Athletic, yes, they're in with City. They're in bed with City, okay? They're in bed with City. So they're going to, because it's the same way some journalists are in bed with Liverpool, Arsenal, Spurs, United. They're in bed, so they will run the stories that the to run. They will get privileged information. They will get exclusives, okay? And they will do the club's bidding. Can you imagine? Can you honestly imagine Stuart Brennan, Simon Bajowski, Sam Lee, Jack Gorn, or whatever his name is, or any of the others coming out and slating City for something? Can you imagine them doing that? They're always, in my feeling, there's a pressure to spin the story in City's favour. Because, can you imagine if there's an Alex Ferguson about, you do a bad story and he's not happy, you're not coming back, we're not getting any information, you're not even going to come to the press conferences. Can you imagine what that would do to your career? If you're a journalist who reports on City and you're banned for 6 months from the City press conferences, or you don't get any privileged information, can you imagine what that does to your career? So there's an issue where people end up being yes men. So, they have to, they have to placate the club, do their bidding to make sure they get more of the inside scoops, the deep dives and all that. I'm not comfortable with that. I might do it if I was in that position, but I'm not comfortable with that because you lose your independence. You lose you could be accused of losing a bit of integrity and credibility. Most people won't criticize him for this, but I'm going to throw it out there. Where's the question? So we heard the story about Stones. Where's the discussion from Omar Barada about Stones? Where are the journalists asking Omar Barada about John Stones? Please tell us about that deal. Tell us Was it Stones who turned it down? These are the questions people want to know about. These are the questions fans want to know about. These are the questions. So please, Mr. Omar Barada, tell us what happens with Stones. Was it Stones who turned it down? Were the club interested at all? If the club were interested, why are we hearing numbers? And why are we hearing that it was Stones who turned it down? We don't know the truth in all this, okay? But that's what we're hearing. So why are the journalists asking that question? Why are we getting the answers to that question? Why aren't we getting more information on Eric Garcia? And it's just like, here's the story, guys. Run with it. This is what we want you to print. Run with it. You know, the Koulibaly stuff, rubbish, what he said, okay? The Ruben Diaz stuff, rubbish, in my opinion. Rubbish, what he said. He said we weren't dealing with Napoli. Where's the question two? It doesn't look like it's a question and answer or an interview. It's just, here, guys, here's the release. This is what we want you to say. Go out and say it. Or he talks to them, says, go out and say it. Where's the question about, okay, you, Mr. Barada, you said we weren't dealing with Napoli, we never put a bid in. Were you dealing with an intermediary? Were you talking to somebody else, like his agent who was dealing with Napoli? Were you? That question's not been answered by the MEN and the Athletic. Those are the two publications I looked at. Why not, Faris? Why not? They're just doing the club's bidding. So they're giving the club's agenda. Why isn't it our business? If the club are pulling wool over our eyes, why isn't it any of our business? Why can't we ask the question? It's a legitimate question. Now, they may have asked, they may have got the answer, but they may have been told this is off the record. But it is, why we pay our money? We pay our money, Faris. Aren't we entitled as fans to ask questions? And this is what you could argue it's none of our business, but I'll go through the points and I'll talk about what you're saying. JRX liking what DS is doing. It's also nice to see fans in the stadium. Thought my eyes were fooling me. Why won't City get big players? We need them, says Matt Cashman. You got to ask the board. I can't help you there. Faris DS did well stopping Giroud and Mbappe. Hoping City go big next time. I'm not sure, GRX. I heard Aguero is going for free. Chris, we'll come up to that later. Faris, us fans should just support the club, not know what's going on behind the scenes. Nah, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. People can put as much. What's wrong? You know, I'm curious. It's part, you know, I've contributed some money. Is it just like I hand my money over and that's it? I've got no say. Is that how it works? You know, we can see the clubs going further and further and further away from the fans. The fans that go to games, it's getting further and further away from us. The clubs are going further from the fans, and it's just PR, communications, exercises. Just want our money. That's it. Just want our. End of the day, we're customers, okay, and not very important customers, because the money is. You can see it. The money is all around the world. That's where the big money is now. That's where the big bucks are. TV deals all over the world. I mean, the China TV deal, one country was worth 500 million quid? One country. All right, it's a big country with a lot of people, but 500 million quid. Why would the fans matter? 500 million quid, I would suspect. I don't know what the match day income is overall. You know, United's is about 111. But 500 million is probably, I would suspect, half of what the total match day income is. That's where the money is. That's where the money is. It's not with your local fans. It's not with your match-going fans. And some of it's going to, we'll talk about the big picture. When they talk about, oh, we're going to cap the away tickets at 20 quid, everybody goes, yay, we're going to give some subsidised travel. Way. When you look into it, the most tickets that we get is 3,000 for a game. Some clubs get, you know, some grounds you're looking to get 1,000. Bournemouth, you were getting just over 1,000. So let's say the average is 2,000 tickets a game for away fans. And sometimes you don't even use that. That's 20,000 tickets. How much difference does it actually make to save a tenner? 200 grand a game. 200 grand a game. Yes, it all adds up in at the end of the day, but that's 8 million quid. Less than 8 million quid. You think, wow, it does add up to a lot, but it does add up to a lot. But in the overall scheme of things, each club is not going to be missing out by much. Each club isn't going to be missing out by much. And, your Bournemouth are missing out by, if it was Bournemouth, they're missing out by 10 grand a game. Maximum. Because the big clubs will take the allocation. How many fans do you think Sheffield United would take to Bournemouth? Or Crystal Palace would take to Bournemouth? I mean, you might just get a few hundred. So they're not going to be, the small clubs, and Bournemouth aren't in the Premier League, obviously, anymore, but the small clubs aren't going to miss out by much. And the big clubs, what they're going to miss out by? If City have 3,000 tickets for away fans, we lose £10, we lose 30 grand. It's nothing. It's peanuts. It's window dressing. It's the Emperor's clothes, Emperor's new clothes. It's just there to say, hey, look, this is what we're doing. And what they're doing is rubbish. Subsidised transport. What do you think they're going to subsidise the transport? How? They'll subsidise the coaches. Well, a lot of people don't want to go on the coach. What if they knock a tenner off? Yeah, the coach price. Okay. It's an away game. As I said, 3,000 tickets maximum. 3,000 tickets maximum. Most people who go to away games will drive with their mates or their family. Go by public transport, maybe go by the train. If I'm going down to Selhurst Park from Manchester, I don't really want to go on a coach, guys. I might want to stay overnight. So I know people who go to games and stay overnight, have a weekend of it. You go to Newcastle, you want to have a weekend of it. So how many people actually can use the coaches? 300 people? That's 3 grand. These are absolute peanuts, guys. These are a drop in the ocean. And I'm moving on to this now anyway. They're trying to bribe the FA. FA are all interested in money. So here you are, FA, here's 100 million quid. They're trying to bribe the EFL. Here's 250 million quid. The EFL are on their backsides at the moment. They're desperate. EFL are desperate for money. It's their own fault because the English Football League, or I think the Championship clubs spend 107% of their turnover. 107%. That's more than they actually earn on wages to players. More than they earn on wages. You're going to be in trouble when the TV money is dropping, when sponsorship money is dropping. The lower you are, the harder it is for those small sponsors to sponsor you. So TV's money is dropping, sponsorship money is dropping, match day income's disappeared. You're in trouble. So you're going to take any chance of a handout you can. Any chance. So the issue is how the way they want to do it is the 9 clubs, top 6, the big 6, and 3 others. I can't remember the winner. One was Southampton. I can't remember the other 2. I think they said the 9 clubs that have been at one's Everton, the clubs that have been in the Premier League the longest, they will get this golden ticket. They'll get the golden ticket to stay in the Premier League, by the sounds of it, forever. Or it's going to be very, very difficult for them to be relegated. And 6 clubs, and it's going to drop down to 18 teams, and 6 clubs out of those 9 can decide what happens to all 18 clubs. What a load of baloney. Currently, you need 14 clubs out of the 20. Now, you'll wonder why. How on earth can you get 14 clubs to agree to this? Because the 9 that are there, they're there. You're trying to convince 5 out of 11 to come along with you. Why on earth would they do it? Now, maybe somebody like, if Wolves maybe Wolves could say, well, we're going to finish in the top 4 or 5. We'll go along with this. Yeah, we'll go along with this because we're confident, comfortable where we're going to be. Can you honestly think people like Fulham will go for this? West Brom, the current people now, Brighton. Who's going to go for this? So how are they going to get this over the line? You go to Mike Ashley. Mike, here's 100 million quid. Vote for us. Vote for us. Mike Ashley thinks, okay, actually, I want a 300 million quid for my club. You give me 100 million. I put that in my pocket. I can sell my club for 250, get the deal done. I've walked away with an extra 50. He don't care. I suspect. You don't care. So all you then need is a few others who you'll say, we'll line your pockets. We'll give you 100 million quid. Take the money, disappear. And someone will say, 100 million quid, that's worth more than my club. I'll take the money, flog the club. Who cares? It's all an investment. I'll go somewhere else and invest somewhere else, in something else. So, so I don't know how they, this is, how else are they going to get it over the line? How else are Turkeys going to vote for Christmas? How else are people going to vote to slit their own wrists? No club release. Yeah. I'll talk about Aguero then in a second. Why would Aguero fit when there's Lukaku and Martinez? Don't think that's true. We become like United fans question. True, Blue Chand. Then what? Blue Chand, if they don't want our money, here's the thing, Blue Chand. If they don't want our money, why are shirt prices so ridiculously high? Why is the range of kit, training kit, and other stuff? It's exploded. It's something I was going to say earlier. I used to buy a lot of shirts. Look at this one. I think this is a really cracking shirt from Umbro. And the one I was wearing yesterday, the white one with the red and black sash. Red and black diagonal. Now, Umbro used to make some class kits. Quality. I mean, look, this kit is quality. Okay, I mean, I don't know what year this kit was. It had been at least 2011 or something. And this kit is 2012. I'm trying to think. My youngest lad for Aguero's debut around that time, 11 or 12, it had been around that time. So this kit is 8, 9 years old. And it's a cracking kit. Go down the gym in this kit. I used to go. It's cracking quality still. That white one yesterday, that's even older. Cracking quality. I look at one of when it moved to Nike, one of their kits, the white one with the blue and black sash. I mean, then the quality of the kits has decreased because that one, the lettering just comes off. This lettering is never coming off, really. It comes off a little bit in the wash, but not like that. That one peels off, and this one, it's in it, so you get a little, bit of wear and tear. Okay, patina, but that one, the letters just peel off. Okay, so I've seen the quality of the products definitely decrease, and the price rocket. The price of kits rocket. Okay, you can't buy cheap stuff at City anymore. You can't. That Michael Richards shirt I bought, okay, I would not have paid more than 30 quid for that Michael Richards shirt. 30 quid for Michael Richards shirt at some point in the season with the name on the back. If you want to buy last season's kit with the name on the back, you're still paying 40 or 50 quid. I think I got the Mahrez one. The Mahrez one, I think, cost me 35 or 40 quid. And that's after the season's gone, okay? Or almost at the end of the season. And you're still paying 35, 40 quid or whatever it is. You want badges as well? It's going to cost you even more. So I've seen the prices go up. Why am I not buying? I look through the old kits and I say, I see seasons when there were 3 kits. I bought all 3. Okay. Now, yes, maybe I don't want to spend as much money. Okay, I haven't got as much money as I had 10 years ago. I've got a family now. I've got less disposable income because my kids are eating it and wearing it. Okay. So let's have a look at the kits. Let's see if it's in historical kits. It might be in the football kit archive. Let's see if it's there. Okay. Now I looked at this the other day. Let's go back. Let's go back a long way. Okay. Now here we go. I'm just going to go through some of the kits I've got. So I might as well let you know that I got at the time. So I've got an IDOS. I think it's an IDOS one. I've got an IDOS blue. Okay, I think that was 2001 or 2000 home kit. I need to check this. I've got an IDOS away kit from 2000, and it would have been 2000 and either 2000 or 2001. So it would have been that season, the first season of that silver kit. I remember I left. I was working at a firm of accountants in Manchester. I left in Christmas or March or whatever, and they bought me that as a leaving gift. So I've got that kit. Okay. So I've got one from 2000, 2001, and I think one from 2001, 2002. Then I used to have a third kit, the First Advice third kit from 2002 or 3. I think I give that away. I give a lot of kits away, so it's hard to remember everything. I think I had both kits from the 2003 or 4 season, the Reebok ones. I had the Thomas Cook one. I think I give that away. And the away kit in 2004-5 and a home kit as well in 2004-5. I think for a couple of seasons, I didn't buy kits. They're not very nice either. Then let's see what I remember. I get the 2009-10. I've got that home kit, and that's 2009-10. That's the white one. That's the third kit. That's the Micah Richards one. Although they had it for the following season as well. Got a home, away, and third kit from 2010 and 11. 2011-12. I've got home, away, third kit there. Got all three. That's the one with the black and black and red stripe. That was the away kit. That's the Nasri one. Okay. Following season 12-13, I've got all three kits. The blue with the black collar, didn't like that. The purple one, maroon one, that's horrible. And this one. So this kit is 8 years old. That's from Umbro to Nike, and the quality green. That's one with the black and grey half, and the white one with the white with the pale blue and black sash. 2014-15. I think I only got the home kit. I don't know if I've got that. I really wish I bought the away kit, but can't get that now. Following season, I think I've got. I'm not sure if I got any. I didn't like them. The one with the collar, I don't think I might have got the away kit, but I can't remember it now. The following year, I got the away kit and the third kit. That's the Gabriel Jesus one, the orange one that you see me wear. Got the Leroy Sané black one with the yellow writing. I'm not sure if I bought the home kit. Following season, I definitely bought the home kit. I wish I'd bought the away kit. That maroon looks quite nice. And I bought the Citizens shirt. So I was still buying them, but now, I'm struggling. Last season, 2018-19, I bought the away kit. Didn't like the others. Last season, I bought 2 goalie tops. And I've ended up at the end of the season buying the kits when they're a good value. And this season, I did buy the aways. But I used to buy 3 kits every season. Okay? But I've seen the prices go skyrocket, guys. And that's what I'm saying. They are taking us for mugs. And I'm a mug. I'm a mug because I keep chipping in. But the prices are ridiculous. I remember two or three seasons ago, I bought kits for my lads and myself. It's over £200 for 3 kits. Just shirts. Over £200. I remember my youngest got Yaya Toure. I said, don't get Yaya Toure. He's going to leave at the end of the season, but he got Yaya Toure. My other lad got Aguero, and I think I got an Aguero one as well. But It's extremely expensive. So, the club are milking us. Yeah, hit that like button, guys. 6 days. Yeah, it's a terrible international window because people just get ill and injured. Cole Wilder's Cancelo played, so he should be back. Hopefully he is. The red and black one is amazing. I've got one. Yeah, Matt, I love that. I give so many away in the past. I never thought of keeping them, but I was giving them to charity. So, on these projects where they would give the clothes, the shirts would go off to, I don't know, I've seen Palestinian kids with my shirts, or kids in South Africa or wherever. So you can't knock that. Cadbury's Fredo used to cost 10p. Everything goes up, Blue Chand. Everything goes up. Except away tickets, they're coming down. Matt, I haven't seen it in the flesh, the third kit. So it's not one that I think, wow, I've got to have that. I've not seen it in the flesh. Look, I understand things go up, Faris, but things go up, but people's ability to pay is not in line with it. If you suffered the last 10 years of austerity, I know plenty of people who used to go to games 10 years ago, could afford to go to games, can't now. It's out of their reach. I know people who can't afford to pay for a season ticket. Now, I suggest you can do it on installments. I pay by installments. Why should I pay up front for the full lot? You can pay in 10 installments. It's not too bad. But I know people who struggle, so they don't get a season ticket, and then they end up going to 5 or 6 games, and it costs them more to go to 6 games than it would have cost for the cheapest season ticket. I think the cheapest is still $2.99. What's that, Faris? Can't get through the turnstile is his excuse, isn't it? So yeah, it's just it is a bit. So that's my gripe about this big picture and what City doing. So look, I'm a fan. I think any fan's entitled to ask questions. You might not get answers. All right, COVID, yeah. But you might not get answers. But what I'm not comfortable, I don't like it. Whether I'm comfortable or not, it doesn't matter. I don't like the club coming out and taking us for fools. I don't like the club coming out and doing that. Rather than take us for fools, say nothing. Say nought. You're trying to say, we were laughing at we were amused by what was going on in the media and social media. Now, you're now talking, this is it, Faris. By saying that, you're talking to us, the fans who are on social media, and you're telling us you're laughing at us or about what's going on and what people are saying. So you either having a laugh, criticizing, or whatever. You're actually bringing us into the conversation. So I throw it back to you. You're coming out and saying a load of rubbish, and I think we can do that. So you can say we're not entitled to know or anything else, but don't come out and then, what I'm saying is, don't come out and talk to us. Don't come out and give us a load of rubbish and then not expect us to ask questions. If they'd said nothing, would we have said anything? If they had said nothing, we say nothing. But they've come out and said Koulibaly was never on our, we never talked to Napoli. Don't believe you. Ruben Dias was our first choice. Don't believe you. Yeah. This stuff about Eric Garcia, sorry, don't believe you. Pep and Aguero, we haven't decided yet. Don't believe you. So you're coming out and saying stuff. Yeah. If you're going to come out and say stuff, we're going to question it. I'm going to question it. If you don't want people to question it, don't say anything. You don't need to. You didn't need to say anything about Koulibaly. You didn't need to say anything about Ruben Dias. Yeah. The Pep thing, people are going to ask you. The Aguero thing, people are going to ask you. Fair enough. Okay. But you didn't need to say about anything about John Stones, much about Garcia. Why do you need to say anything about Garcia? It feels like one-upmanship. It feels like one-upmanship here. That, hey, we got one, we pulled the fast one over. The journalists, what idiots they are. As you sow, so shall you reap. Pep's next press conference will probably be on Friday, Faris. I wish I was there because I'd ask him, what's happening about Stones? What's happening about Garcia? Why didn't they go? Best ever City kit. I do like that white one. I do like that white one with the black and red. I do like the black and red stripy one. I do like the one that reminds me of Tevez from 2009-10. Or was it 10-11? Might have been 10-11 when we won the FA Cup, the blue one. I wear that a lot. You can tell I wear it a lot, but I do like that one. And I like some of the training kits, the goalie kits. I mean, the goalie kit I bought last season, the green one, the hem came off. I actually remember someone was complaining about buying a kit from the club, and the shop either sent it late or whatever. I can't remember what happened, but there was a problem with it. It was a big mess. He asked me to retweet, so I retweeted. And I just mentioned that my shirt, the hem had come off, and it was gone to Man City. So they said, I think Man City said to Man City support or the supporter services to contact me. This was on Twitter, to contact me. So Man City said this, to contact me about my shirt. Never contacted me. Okay. It's over a year ago that I'm not expecting anything, to be done. But the hem just come on. I mean, I'd only worn it 3 times. It was pathetic. So the quality, so what I'm saying is the quality is going down. The cost is going up. It'll come to a point. Look, I'm fortunate enough to be able to afford kits, and I still buy them. Maybe you can say it's my own stupidity, it's more for me, but I still buy them. I buy them for my kids and whatever. But I can still complain. I can still say the quality is not there. It's not. Faris eager to know the squad is doing. What is City going to fall off like United? Nah, mon ami, la. We send Aguero to Inter, then we get Lautaro Martinez. Here we go, beyond Ultra Game. Let's talk about Lautaro Martinez then. Aguero to Inter. I saw some numbers today. I don't know which who had done it from Italy. Saw these numbers and what they were offering him to pay him. I said, he's getting more than that at City. Why would he go there? He's getting more than that at City already. And on top of that, City have said he can leave when he wants. If he wants to extend, he can extend. They're offering him something like 140, 150 thousand euros a week. Anybody wants to tell me that they reckon Aguero's on less than 200 grand a week? I don't know his numbers, but 140 grand a week was apparently what Nicholas Otamendi was getting paid. So are you telling me that Aguero was getting on parity with him, or is he getting a lot more? I would be surprised if he's not getting 200 grand a week, maybe 220. So why is he taking a huge pay cut? Don't believe it. I've got the Tevez one. I can still get one of those Tevez ones, but the online, I just don't like it. I've got one of those. It's like a bluish one. It looks like black, but it's blue. I just don't want to. I've got to like the shirt. Should we expect Aguero to be himself when he's fit, or is this the start of his message? I don't know, Faris. Obviously, look, injuries take a toll on somebody. Is he going to come back as good as he was before? I don't know. I hope so, but we just don't know. Is he going to start? He's already on the decline, Faris. You can see that he's not got the pace. He can't sustain that burst of energy, that pace he has. He can't sustain it. He doesn't run past people and stay past them the way he used to. Now, whether that's old, it's not old age, he's not old. Whether that's age, whether that's injuries catching up with him, I just don't know. And when he comes back, is he going to be fit to start? I read somewhere that they said he's going to be, he's due back end of October, early November. Gabriel Jesus is due back, I think, the 22nd of October. So we'll still have 2, possibly 3 injuries, at least those 2. So I'm, by the looks of things, we might end up paying or playing. We might end up playing with false 9 against Arsenal. I bet you'll love to hear that. Love to hear that. That's 1982. I think you might be slightly out there. 1982. I will go back to 1982 and have a look, but I've got a suspicion Let's go to 1982, the Saab one. 1982. Let's have a look. Yeah, the Saab one. Actually, I remember that League Cup one. I had one of those I think the League Cup final one, or a replica of the league, and I give that away. I had a replica of the 69-71 FA Cup. I give that. That's a retro one. I give that away. I'll tell you what I used to have. Okay, I had a replica of the 1956-57 FA Cup winning shirt. I give that away. I give the Division 1 retro shirt away, 69-70. I think I had the 74-75 retro shirt. I give that away. The Saab one, all right, 82-83. You're right. I'll take it all back. I thought it was a year or two after that. But you can get a retro for that now. For those 82-83 shirts, you can get a retro. And 83-84 is Saab again, but you can't. Looking at these pictures, you can't see it. And the Phillips ones, I remember them. Some of these shirts are blooming expensive now. 89 away, and they had the same shirt in 88-89 and 89-90. The away shirt was the same. Wow, those were the days. Same with 89-90 and 1991. So you'd get sometimes a shirt for a couple of seasons, and in fact, 92, 93, 93, 94, the away shirts are the same. And then the next season, the third shirts are the same, and the first shirts are the same. So you had this situation where they'd keep two of the shirts the same, but now it's change every year. Anyway, when Aguero leaves, I won't stop crying, says Matt. I know he's in decline, but will this be the wall? I don't know. We don't know when that's going to be. Beyond Nottingham, and I see them continuing as well into the next couple of seasons. Who's that? Who's them? Obviously, we do cover lots of topics. Right, guys, it's coming up to 11 o'clock for me. So I'm getting ready to call it a day. That big picture, it's a load of rubbish. It is a load of rubbish. We all know that. I can't, just because they're sugaring the pill doesn't change what it is from me. Right, guys, I think that's the lot. It's not too many people on tonight. It's a shame. But we will see you at some point tomorrow. And tomorrow, we'll look at some transfer targets that we can still buy this season. How about that? I know people like transfer targets. It's unlikely, but we'll have a look at them anyway. Guys, take care. If you get a chance, guys, please have a look at the videos we put out today. We've tried content as well. So we've had the live team news. And I'll tell you a story while you're going. I might tell you the story tomorrow then about the dislikes, because we kind of things have happened in the last 2 days to give us a better idea as to how many people are involved with the big numbers. And I saw it today, and it was noticed a couple of days ago as well. So I might tell, if you remind me, I'll tell you about it. How few people are involved for those dislikes. I saw it for myself today. But yeah, if you can watch the women's videos, guys, it only takes a few minutes to do. My video's a bit longer. Mine's about 12 minutes. I'm always gassing. But we did a live team news. We did a post-match. And then Jenny did her own video, short video, about 3 minutes and something. I did a 12-minute video. Please go and check them out, guys. And we will see you tomorrow. Take care, guys. City will be back. See you around, Blues.